fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do eat no money, what people at you eat no at you. Go be money, miss you, we eat the your little rat you. Use the youth, them on the waste, and bust a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take the spit of money, girl, and say that it's not you. On the head, the man above him, look him, I got a bet too much. It in the kitchen, some of fly well like a pat too. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% raise.
It burn me
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me
I see corruption face.
It burn me
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say dig up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in a whatever. Member bowl money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me
Or them a treat the sword man.
It burn me
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me
Or them a treat soldier man.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Good morning, if you're on the Eastern timeline. To those in London and the United Kingdom, good afternoon. Welcome to Who Will It Be and What Will It Be? We are going to play a game this morning. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and shows, good morning and welcome. Like and share the live for us, please. Debbie Jervis TV, good morning. I hope you are safe and doing well, and all of our people across the Florida belt. I hope you're all doing well and observing the information and guidelines that you ought to pay attention to, because Milton seemed to depend on ziggy-zaggy galonging. So please be aware and be in the know if you are anywhere in Florida. Lilith Lockerbie, good morning. Beat and Teach RJ. Jason Kane, JC. Donette Harriet. Violet Watson. Colleen Jones. Rosemary Samuels. Rose. Don Mel. Morning, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome. So you need to be more engaging today. We're going to play a game of who will it be and what will it be. You're all aware that the IC, we learned over yesterday that the IC has dropped more report, more investigation report to be tabled. Don Fox. So that means that the IC have a meeting with the crocodile and with the tortoise, and him say, lend me some skin. I need to line me back. Because if JLP are going so over one report, if them a jam me through mud and barbed wire over one report, how when more drop? I've been a sarcody, how you know? So therefore, if we don't know when it's tough back there, we don't have to go introduce the IC commissioners, because them certainly is going to need them back line to take more beating. But who will it be and what will it be? So the who will it be, which politician this report concerns. What will it be? So the who will it be, when I need to decide which politician from the illicit lot this concern. And we're going on a goose chase this morning. And the who will it be? The what will it be? Will it be at one of the illicit investigation report? Will it be a damning report? Will it be a report echo that clear the alleged illiciter? What will Keisha Prince Kamika ruling be? Because they investigate the ruling has also been sent over to be tabled along with the report as well. So we need to go on a wild goose chase this morning. Who will it be and what will it be? Which MP this report concern? Is it an illicit investigation report? Is it a damning report? Has the report cleared that which was under investigation? what is the ruling of the corruption prosecutor? Because he said, hell soon tear we look at TV. If them are going so, over one total one. But something sparked me on this report, this document, Paul Bogle, that was put out yesterday. Remember the last report concerning Andrew Holness. It was sent to the Speaker of the House, which is Juliet. It was sent to Heri Clark, the Deputy Speaker. It was sent to Colleen Lowell and also Tom Tavares Simpson. Ask yourself the question this time. Why was Heri Clark not presented with a copy of the report? It's just a question, Larkin. Because, Marcia Thomas, the last one, he got a copy of the report as well. But in this document that was put out yesterday, the report only went to the Speaker, which is Juliet, the President, which is Tom, and the Clerk of the House. The Deputy Speaker don't get a copy this time. So could it be that this report concerns Heri Clark as to why the report was not presented to Clark as well, given that just last month, Michelle Lewis, just last month, when Andrew's report was sent over to Parliament, Heri Clark got a copy as well. The other thing to look at, if this report, hey, it's a hang and stitch somewhere dangle between my morals and theirs coming up, you know. If this is a damning report of one of Andrew Holness's MP or cabinet member, Andrew Holness is stuck in a dark hole at the moment because it would look bruisingly hypocritical for the Prime Minister to ask for the resignation of one of his MP or cabinet member that a damning report has been published on when he's hanging on by thread over his damning report as well. When you see the pickle we're about to emerge, what could emerge from this is a brawling catfight. And I mean a public catfight. Country Gal 84, Simone Beckford, Joan Bailey. A public catfight in the public arena, because if this report is damning and Andrew Holness is going to ask for that person to step aside, how do you think that will work or look in the public or work within the JLP hierarchy or across the whole labor spectrum where the whole of them wet up dirt and a walla Keith Matthews? The whole of them wet up dirt and a walla to defend a prime minister that a report has disgraced in front of the world. The content of the report has disgraced the prime minister. Hence, the prime minister is wallowing and wailing in the courts to block even a debate in our parliament with regards to his disgraceful, damning report from the IC. But if you've just joined, we're playing a game this morning out there. The game is called Who Will It Be and What Will It Be? The who will it be? Which MP does this report concern? The what will it be? Is it one of the illicit investigation? 2, is it a damning report? 3, has the report cleared the culprit? And 4, has Keisha cleared or referred to for prosecution? So we need to join the game this morning, Dorothy Elliott, and decide who or what. Could it be that Colonel Charles, Christine Gilbert, who we say have Tiziki fit from Andrew Holness report tabled? Colonel Charles just a walk and a walla all over the world. This can't happen. No, we have to shut this down. No, we have to get answer. Who them talk about? Yeah? Look how much land my father thief and get away with it. So we're not talk about Angelica Jingles for. I wonder if something is coming up about Colonel Charles. Why Colonel Charles is so robust in his defense of the Prime Minister. Quite a defense that really have no moral or ethics behind it. But the upcoming report will only be intensifying the battle over social media. JLP may have to dig a trench and throw more water to walla in more mud, Marcia essay. Because if them a walla so over for Andrew, this is even not going to put just Andrew in a weaker spot. It's going to put the entire Jamaica Labour Party in a much weaker spot because more illicit probe has been thrown out there. But it's really baffling as to why this report, unlike the other, Heroy Clark did not get a copy. I wonder if the money where Heroy Clark and Chopper John rub up in the Fellowship Division campaign, I wonder if them put away anything out of it where them couldn't explain. An integrity commission asks about it, Carlene Richards. Integrity commission asks about it. Just like Andrew give an answer as to where them get it from and who them get it from. But this is high anticipation over this investigative report. The fact that Hira named off, it a bother me Hira Clark. It a bother me. Bother me bad. But the attack against the commissioners is going to be only intensify more. Also, if this is a damning report, just like Andrew Holness's report, will we be likely to see more tie-up in the courts as we see going on? The PNP them I figure plan to go to road, go talk again because Parliament are going to shoot them out and say, "We're not at the crowd in here. We can't raise what we're not comfortable with." So maybe it's coming up again when Mark Golden have to go to road, go talk like what they. Jamaica Labour Party. I don't know if you understand how investigation work, but the investigators are closing in. When we say closing in, JLP have little place to run, shuffle, or hide. Look at the brawl that Andrew Holness's report has caused. And one more report come again to be tabled. And they could be dropping. I mean, JLP. This is just before conference, you know. The Prime Minister report come out September. Now October, another report is out. Conference is next month, you know, JLP. What if another report is dropped next month or end of month? Can you all see that hanging on to Andrew Holness, Sharon Bernard, is your own detriment? It's not going to get any better from here. But I want to see Andrew into a predicament where he's asking a member of his cabinet or party to step aside on the matter of upholding integrity and ethical standards in public. I am waiting to see how that will pan out. Because if another damning report is dropped by the IC, them just have to play their leader game that they're playing with Andrew Holness. Because them now can turn against one of them while them are protect another one of them. Otherwise, Jim Ashley, that would create a looming open war in the Jamaica Labour Party. Me not understand why the leadership war not start yet. But on the other hand, Andrew Holness, we're still waiting to understand what's the significance of Matthew Samuda's election to the representative. Because instead, you have a whole bunch of teeth right now. All right, minus the 8 teeth. You're still about 40 or 41. And you mean to say up until today, we know say Nigel are going in the next 20 days. Nigel are going in the next 20 days. JamaicanTV.com. Who at the moment, Andrew Holness, it's important to the country, who is Nigel giving a handover to? Because that is important when it comes to government, even though the civil servant them did it. But there's a handover in such an amicable departure. This is not a departure where Nigel is asked to resign with immediate effect. We know for over a month that Nigel is leaving on the 30th, on the end of October. Who is the minister that is taking a handover from from Nigel Clark? It's important for the country to know. It's the country finances, is the holder. We're talking about the country finances, the country purse string. what is the significance of Matthew Samuda? Because you can't come tell we say you're going to use Matthew Samuda as finance minister. For God knows doing what. Could it be that Andrew Holness know he is going to be backed into a corner to resign, and Andrew Holness are drawing Matthew Samuda at the moment? Congratulations to Allah, Jane OD, Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander. Allah has been a consultant in the office of the Prime Minister since 2020, providing crucial advice. If you appoint Matthew Samuda as member of the Senate, as finance minister, could it be that the same Alak Jane or whatever it's called is going to be, I haven't got him picture right now, but I'll bring it up later. It's an Indian guy. Could it be that he will be the one who's running the Ministry of Finance with Matthew Samuda fronting it as a member of the representative, which the Senate, which not the Senate, which the Constitution requires? It's a question to be asked, you know, because I be a dodging and scheming a going about here. Be a dodging and scheming. Because if you put a lot in the Senate, you can use him as Minister of Finance. Could you, though, put him in the Senate and use him to run the Ministry of Finance with Matthew Samuda fronting it? Because we know so no chicken, you know. But it tell you how dunce, Carlos, how you do. It tell you how dunce the whole entire Labour fleet is. To date, Andrew Holness cannot introduce a Minister of Finance to take a handover from Nigel Clark, who is leaving the end within 20 days. So at the day before we're going to have a handover, I mean, of such a big department, there should be somebody there, whoever is going to take over from Nigel, should be there with weeks or within a month, taking a handover from Nigel and familiarize themselves with all, of course, the technocrats and the bureaucrats internally is up to speed with the thing, but from minister to minister, an amicable departure, you would want to have that type of handover. But we have not seen or heard any appointment made to the position by the Prime Minister, Kenroy rather. No appointment made, and Nigel is going in 20 days. It is important that the nation know who will be holding the nation's purse string. This is not a secret Andrew Holness cult regime galangin. We need to know as a nation who is capable of looking after our finances. If the government is stuck and finding a Minister of Finance, the nation needs to know. But Nigel Clark have only 20 days to go, and the Prime Minister is yet to announce somebody to take over from Nigel Clark. Who is taking a handover? When will a handover be done? Will a handover be done at all? Or Nigel would just phone the minister when him up on the plane and said, this or and that, the little bit faster. It's about to go down. Because if this report is damaged, it is about to go down because them are go walla harder in a mud. Them are go create more drama. Them are go create more drama about how connected the IC is to the PNP and make up the IC and the PNP make it up and all sort of fluff and bug like what you see them do out here to protect a criminal prime minister who should have resigned from the 18th of September. The prime minister mandate ended on the 18th of September after that damning report was published. Watch now, read. If this is another damning report, such a weak and flimsy rather, untrustworthy leadership cannot continue, particularly if it got to do with one of Andrew Holness' cabinet members. Because Andrew Holness will be caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, where he will be forced to ask one of his cabinet member or party member to step aside because of a damning report when he is fighting catfight tooth and nail with the court to hang on after a damning report. Oh, that will work out, Prime Minister. So could this create an open catfight? What ahead if a Darrell, the report come out? If this report come out, Darrell Vaz, Prime Minister, you think it's going to be so easy for you to ask Darrell Vaz to step aside without a catfight? And I mean a brawling catfight in public. You think that would be possible, Lawrence Wood? Do you think it would be possible for a tainted prime minister to ask a tainted Darrell Vaz to step aside without a grueling catfight? Remember half a parish, Jan Juliet own, Andrew. Darrell Vaz own one whole parish. Darrell Vaz have a lot to fight for. Darrell Vaz says him lose East Portland already. And if Darrell Vaz, if report go drop against Darrell Vaz and in crookenery, he have a lot to lose. You think Darrell Vaz is going to go down quietly, Andrew Holness? If you have just joined the program, we're playing a game this morning of who will it be and what will it be. Now, the who will it be part of the game regards who this report concerns, which of the crooked MP. The what will it be concerns, is this an illicit investigation report? Is it a damning report? Is it a report referred to for prosecution, or has Keisha cleared the culprit? Let's play the game. Because if this is a damning report, it's all going to go down over the airwaves. Because remember, the JLP them over the airwaves, the JLP supported them, and even some of the MP them, I said, we put on the Christian galang in a war, them say. We not play the Christian game anymore. When you listen to the Labour them over the airwave, the Labour supporter them say we not play the Christian game. We put on the Christian galang in a war. If we have to take it to the street, we will take it to the street. Said Labour, not me. No, me say so. Labour say, if we have to take it to the street, we have to take it to the street. Miranda rather. But if this report is damning, it would be another cuckoo for the government, for a very weak prime minister to be confronting a weak member of his cabinet. It will be a hullabaloo. You hear the Nigerians talk about wahala? This, we just want it to be Darrell Vaz. Because Darrell Vaz more brazen than the rest of them forgot it with Andrew Holness. Trust me. Darrell Vaz would be the most suitable one for the report, yeah. Jack Gens. And damning as well. Because it will be an all-out. Remember, I said Darrell Vaz said no secret, Andrew. Remember, Darrell can just publish and put out things in a public. So careful. Somebody beg one ants just crawling at the report and go write Darrell Vaz's name in there for me, please. Because me want a slash out between Darrell Vaz and Andrew Holness, because Darrell Vaz is the brazen one that will go toe-to-toe against Andrew Holness. I like how Darrell Vaz say him have a likelihood of losing East Portland, him want a stronger grip on West Portland. And if when the finance minister is the Indian man, wow, go ahead with Andrew. Simone, him can't do, the Constitution doesn't allow him to do that. So this is why I think I'm waiting to see what is gonna come. But he cannot use that guy as the finance minister. He can be used as the bureaucrat that advises whoever him appoint from the House of Representatives as the finance minister. But even if him put a lock in the Senate, him can't appoint him as finance minister as the Constitution provides. The finance minister must come from the House of Representatives. Veteran, how you do? Jesus, veteran come here with the mix up. Veteran say, I wonder if a Mike Henry him a go appoint as the Minister of Finance. Because I say, remember it was the same Labour Party who carried chair and bench and table and mic go put in front of Mike Henry on him veranda for campaign. Jesus, if nobody fooler than Jamaica people, if nobody easy to just throw themselves away to people, for no reason at all more than Jamaicans, they not make yet. I mean, Mike Henry, on him veranda, campaign, on him veranda. That's why I notice Joseph Patterson don't want to move out him chair. Because I say, Joseph Patterson said it works for Mike Henry. Mike Henry sit down right on him veranda, right in the chair, and then push the mic in front of him on the table. And him campaign and him win. This is how stupid we are as a people. Twice we have voted for dead Shaini Robinson. And then on one live politician for those same thing for you think the Jamaicans not bright? On a dig hole and find ways of voting for dead people. Then afterward, then I come harass live people for do something for you. On not turn bad, so. I'm not serious with it, We're not serious with it. Because when you not vote for the dopey them, you find all sort of excuse to vote for the dopey them. But when you want things, alive people not come to for it. How you work that out? Because all I know we have voted for Shaini. All I know we have voted for Mike Henry. All I know we have voted for J.C. Hutchinson. All I know we have voted for Horace Chang. Why not come to live people after on go walk and vote for dead people? On dig up grave, on a mark on a X, on a spot on a finger in the dead people, them blood. Why not come by the live people after that, Jamaicans? Make it make sense. Hmm? Make it make sense. Because uno alone on this planet walk and vote for dead people. I don't know nobody else will do it. Me don't know nobody else will do it. We not come up with a new way of voting for the dead. Why you don't ask the dead to fix on the road and no light and no water? Why not ask live people to do the same thing they want to vote for dead people for? Make it make sense now? Can't you just vote for Shiny Robinson with again? We don't vote for Shiny Robinson 4 years ago. Make it make sense. We don't vote for Mike Henry. How much a year now dead pan bed? Mike Henry haven't been in our parliament for years. And every day them call Mike Henry name pan roll call. Because you, the people of, I think at Central Clarendon or whatever, Mike Henry constituency be, when you decide to vote for the dead, and now you don't want something to do for you. One MP go do for pan bed except for asking for ring out him ranking pampers or change him or feed him. What do you expect, people of Central Clarendon? These are the madness that we keep doing. See, Matthew Samuda could have fraud him way into a seat. And Shiny Robinson give the vote them what she have in her backs. The vote them what Shiny Robinson have in her backs. Matthew Samuda have to dig and get them. But we're not going to expect Matthew Samuda to do something for you. Why you not think, say, the dull, laid back dunce, Marsha Smith never do nothing for you. We don't never vote for Marsha, we don't vote for Shiny. We don't never vote for Marsha, we don't vote for Shiny. I mean, not blame Marsha. Me do blame Marsha. We don't never vote for Marsha. You understand? We don't vote for Shiny. Go ask Shiny if you look after the things them in our constituency. I should not vote for. And leave Marsha Smith alone. Likewise, leave the little London boy alone. We never vote for him. We don't vote for Shiny. Go and ask Shiny to do the things them for you. And stop them nonsense. One of them pan. I walk and vote for the hope of dead people. Them then I harass live people. So I don't want this, I don't want that. Like everybody a fool like I wonder if Cliff Hughes, because I know Cliff Hughes, George Davis, and Adam Stewart going a meltdown in a September over the IC report. I wonder what will be the meltdown this time. I wonder if any information are going to leak out of the report, Cliff. I wonder if there's any information that will be leaked to Cliff, to CVM, and to the Observer to say are the IC and the PNP them leak it. I wonder if Juliet is going to find a way to tell us that them can't table this report before the week end. We are at Wednesday today. Today is Wednesday now. We still have Thursday and Friday. Mark Golden said, and we're going to hold Mark Golden to that, he will make sure when a report comes from the IC, it's tabled within 24 hours. So we still got 2 days of parliamentary proceedings. We still got 2 days of parliamentary proceedings to go through. So therefore, we expect the report to be tabled by Friday. Otherwise, it will be perceived by the public that the Jamaican Labour Party is playing games with us. That's the only thing we would perceive from this. Public opinion. Do you agree with the PSOJ proposal to shift Emancipation Day and Independence Day into one weekend holiday, into one extended weekend holiday? Or do you think the PSOJ is taking liberties of us? Because I don't think the people of Jamaica is engaging much with such a big subject, such a huge proposal that not only affect your working right, but heritage and important days within your historical calendar. And it's like the people don't understand what PSOJ is saying. I've been scanning social media to see if Jamaicans are having this conversation or how they are having the conversation. But I'm not sure I'm seeing any debate within the social media spheres of this whole issue. I know it's been in the mainstream media for days now, or from last week and somewhere around that. But the people them go on like, because PSOJ telling us say, we're not going to have one long holiday weekend. It look like that the whole honor fumbled about. You're not going to have a long holiday weekend. What they're going to do, because a lot of people have holiday on Saturday and Sunday. A lot of people don't work on Saturday and Sunday. So it's just till the Friday and the Monday I go get. You understand? Because what they're planning to lump the Emancipendence together as a holiday from Friday to Monday. But literally, you're only going to have 2 days holiday, the Friday and the Monday. And that would shatter your 2 separate celebrations. That means 2 different things. Historical celebration and recognition. That means a lot to a lot of us of the African descent. These people who advance this rubbish to us are white people picnic, Indian people picnic, Chinese people picnic, and Arab people picnic. And these people are tell we say we're not entitled to have a separate celebration for emancipation and a separate celebration for independence. These are the slave masters and the indentured workers are telling us that. And Jamaican behave like them not understand so the slave master a dictator no. And then on go on like we own Jamaica. You don't hear the people them say them stand by them decision. And then Dream Weekend chime in with them and say, yes, me back on a PSOJ because this I go create a lagaras of money making for me. It's about money. It's not about you, the people, and your heritage and your respect to your ancestral heritage. It's not about that for them. It's about how much you can make them. It's how much profit you can make them drag to the bank in their crocus bag. It's really what it is about. And I don't hear Jamaican acting like this is a grave violation and a grave insult from white people, Indian people, and Chinese people, and them picking them in a Jamaica. Cousin Marina Wagwan. Welcome tell we say we're not entitled to celebrate our history and our struggle. White people pick you know. We always hold the whip over we. We always in the state house and if and the farmhouse and have we out a door a tile and labor for them. It's coming to tell us in 2024 that look here, slaves. Me know so not happy about the emancy nonsense and not happy about the pending nonsense. But we cannot afford because understanding the way we profit. We can't afford for honor do same thing there. We can't afford for honor aim, what you might call it. Oops. We cannot afford for no do something there. For no mash up with galangin. That are the problem that we are facing. That is the problem that we are facing, you know. I did something wrong just now and I will correct it. Michelle Guthrie. I've blocked her comment by mistake, and I don't think she was on the producer wing. Annalisa Bell Rose. How are you? On which platform she did that? And look, I have to correct it. Sorry about that. If not, I will correct it after the live. But me know the Jamaican people act like say as something that concerns all of us, and that these people are interfering with what we have fought for hundreds of years. And white people pick me, I come look upon we and tell we say, no, my little dears, you cannot, you cannot turn in front of we while we lose so much profit and celebrate Ono Galangin, knowing say, while Ono celebrate Ono Galangin, we lose money. No, we can't tolerate that. We have one of to make money for we, and that's what they try to come here for, you know. You think we could have drown half across the world? You think so we could have drown halfway across the world for so? We can't drown halfway across the world for so. And so it go. We have to stand up to ourselves, Jamaica. We cannot allow these people to come tell we what we're entitled to and what we're not entitled to. I'm convinced that the people of Jamaica don't understand what this debate means and how it concerns them and what it is for them. You're not going to go lose out on your holiday, right? You're going to also lose out on your historical celebrations. And the slave master picnic them shouldn't have the right in a 2024 to come tell we the madness in a Jamaica, and Jamaica people sit down comfortable. I mean, not ever see nobody at demonstrate against them. Nobody not look like them a plan to boycott them. Nobody not do nothing. Everybody think to say the PSAJ own Jamaica. All I know things that the PSOJ own Jamaica, you know. That's why everybody's silence when them talk, because the government them take with power and give it to the PSOJ because of money and corruption. And now the PSOJ are going to come tell we say, I have to work and maximize my profit. You can't have so much time out here for skylark when we lose profit. If I so, we have to make something out of it too. So we have to create it in a one big weekend jamboree where all on have to come by from we to keep all on ballerina them, and therefore we will make a lot of money out of it. Jamaica people, it's time to start using the power of boycott or demonstration. We can't just sit down powerless. So, I know that we ancestor them fight to take off the chain for and fight to achieve the easy jerk world. Wagwan, bro. To achieve this so-called independence and fake self-governance where Prince Charles still I look after we. I look after we without mining we. I just saw we there, you know. Prince Charles I look after we without mining we. Look here. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that you have done a great job. Don't ask me if you walk and tell it for you. We know there's no truth in it. Go tell it on the mountain. That's all I have to tell Una this morning. Go tell it on the mountain. Take it to the hillside. Take it to the plain if you can't get somebody to push you up in a tree top. Go tell it on the mountain. But don't try to and frighten away. We've seen enough duppy in our lifetime. Remember, say we did in a Patrick Bailey house when the duppy come kill Jermaine Jr. Wanna forget that? No, wanna forget that we did in a Patrick Bailey house when the duppy come in. Don't fool, we used to duppy story, oh please. I mean, who have not heard a duppy story in their life? Most of us of the generation before the millennium picnic them, we grow up on duppy story and a nasty story. So when you approach you with them, we spot it straight away. It don't take long to pick up duppy story and a nasty story. Because them time that we never have phone or internet. A duppy story we used to entertain with a nighttime or a nasty story. We overused to it. We recognize it when we see it and hear it. And I can't fool with. Pernell, just hope the walla way are walla in a dot where they are and say, my leader, dear leader, wanna talk about. I just hope this report does not concern you, Pernell Charles, because my God, it will tell us about the loud pig in the pen where scream Pernell Charles, wouldn't it? But the thing that amazes me is why this report, unlike the other reports, a copy was not sent to Eroy Clark. Eroy? Because when Andrew's report was sent to Parliament the other day, you got a copy, Gillette got a copy, Tom got a copy, Colleen got a copy. But this time, Eroy Clark, you haven't got a copy. Also, Wagwan. What is going on, Clarky? I wonder if them catch up on your finger. If it not bolt down, we will steal it. Eroy Clark. I'm just wondering. And now the JLP war across the airwave I got turn up. War upon the people, their mind. War, the blogger, them a preach all the time. And now the war I go at. If any of you have any turtle skin or crocodile skin left, I mean, just post it to the IC commissioners. Because if them thing war did hot, if them thing ants about Colonel Charles Jr. in a parliament, and now ants are go bite Colonel Charles. Me want the report to be about Pernell or Darrell. I don't know who no want to be on this report. Maybe someone wants size 13. It will be hot if it's size 13, but what I want is somebody who will go into a battle with Andrew, somebody who Andrew will may have to force to ask for their resignation. I tend to want it to be Darrell Vaz. Because Darrell Vaz is the type of hyena that will confront the lion, isn't it, Tanisha Ellis? Darrell Vaz is the type of hyena that will confront the lion in the jungle. Me want piece of the meat. Your belly can't full and you sit down over the meat to make it stale while hungry kill me, the hyena. War, I mean, open warfare. These illicit investigation, looming warfare in the Jamaica Labour Party, because Andrew, beg your pardon, is in a predicament, James, where if the report against one of his members is damning, Andrew can go ask them for integrity and ethics and standard in governance and public life. You must step aside. Can you, Andrew Holness, deploy the step aside argument? No. Meanwhile, you are asking the court, back me up and hatch me down in here. What a lala. What an upcoming lala. Me case and boss the report. You can go ask the Attorney General Kumuchins, because the danger of this, while they're going to play a game with us, conference is coming up next month. Damning report after damning report just before conference. I mean, we're going to have to help throw water in a mud, get the JLP them for water. I wonder if this report could be about Bobby Montague or Everard Warmington. Because you want the people who've got the brazen fighting spirit that will confront the lion that Andrew Holness is in our politics. Who might be just thiefer than crookish than the Prime Minister? Could we see a 30 or a 40 or a 50 bank account emerging? Could the loot be in the millions or the billions? Who really is it? But I want it to be a tiger, one that can confront the lion. Not one that can be humbly swift away like Marsh. I wonder if it could be Marsha. I wonder if while Marsha was there working back Daddy's money, he was caught under the illicit probe. Just wondering. It's just a wonder, you see. When I go walk on, put out leak from Juliet, like Cliff. Juliet, we don't have nothing for leak to Cliff this time. Come on. We case and start. Leak. Cliff, you not hear nothing yet? Which thief named upon the report there, Cliff? Which cat is about to be shaken out of the bag, Cliff? Hughes? Devil and Deep Blue Sea is where the JLP is at the moment. Because if the report is damning, the credibility of the Jamaica Labour Party continues to slip. The Prime Minister is in a position where he will have to collude with his members who are colluding with him to prevent his downfall. How will this pan out? I mean, the anticipation is heightened, Andrew Holdness. Mickey's up in the report, Gillette. We want to know what's in it, and we want to know whose name is in it. But do you have any confidence, though, in Keisha? I mean, we know so we don't have no confidence in a parlor. But do you have any confidence in Keisha? Could it also be that wife and husband has been thrown out to the wolves in the same year, weeks apart? I mean, old house would have tumbled down in the real house and in the government, in the people's house. It is disgraceful, though. As Donald Trump would say, this much I can tell you, it is disgraceful. A government mobbed by corruption and illicit enrichment investigation couldn't have been worse for a government who, at his campaign in 2015, campaigned against corruption. How could you, Prime Minister, be embroiled in the biggest corrupt scandal of a politician, of a leader, Prime Minister, in our country? It is rather disgraceful. Your position, Prime Minister, has become untenable. Untenable. Nobody believes you. Nobody trusts you. We know you're a liar, a fraudster, a thief, a conspirator. I mean, the list of your crime, Prime Minister, it just gets bigger and bigger. The list of your crime just get big and bigger. And then, Prime Minister, based on how the illicit probe has grown from 6 to 8, we know the pigs in the pen are all wallowed in mud and shit, isn't it, Prime Minister? You can't be in a pig pen and don't lay down or wallow in a mud and shit. It's inconceivable. It's what pigs do, isn't it? Lay down and wallow in mud and shit. It is really what the Jamaican Labour Party has become when you really observe it. Because if nobody, Prime Minister, is within the party to stand up for integrity in public life, Prime Minister, I mean, it's a cascade to disaster, is it not? It is a cascade to disaster, especially just before your annual general conference. Integrity and popularity, Prime Minister, is just slipping away like you're standing in okra. I mean, banana skin would have saved you a bit more grace, would it not? It's like you're walking in okras, Prime Minister. You're just sliding and cascading from one disaster, one scandal to another. And the similarity with all of these scandals, Prime Minister, corruption and money misappropriated, thefts, unaccounted for. I mean, you name it up, Prime Minister. Name it up. I mean, you would need a whole hardcover book to document your crime, your corruption, and your failure. I mean, if we are to run ourselves through 28 bank accounts. I mean, if we are to look at even the ones who drop millions in your account from the cash point, Prime Minister, without a trace. Bring the report on Integrity Commission. Bring it on. You're working for the people needs to know, the people wants to know, and the people ought to know. In it, JLP, if uno never got thief and can't account for the stolen goods on a long bag, email American TV. John Rock, 876. If uno can't give an account for the bag one and come out and shop with, huh? I saw it go. Show your receipt. I saw it go. So don't come out here and come talk about, yeah. No, we're not listening. We're not listening. If you know where it come from, you can show where you get it from. So don't tell me, say I set them a tech pan you. What? When they say report your table, I set the IC a tech pan, this another thief too. But Keisha, what will Keisha do? Ransford McLean. Will Keisha make the appropriate reference for prosecution? Or will Keisha do like Keisha always do? Time has passed, not enough, not in the interest of Keisha, is it not? Twice, Keisha, you have ruled to block prosecution against a corrupt prime minister 2022 and 2024, Keisha. So all we believe say Keisha now go play the same dandy shandy with another damning report. Oh, we can't be sure that the prime minister lied about the account. What do you mean, Keisha? If the IC told him about it 3 times and he still refused to declare it, Keisha, what do you mean? How would he not intentionally lie if it was brought to his attention and the prime minister refused? The prime minister, Keisha, also stand in parliament and tell us, I don't know that, but the account, my mother and my father opened it when my 2-year-old. But Andrew Holness was swindling a lot of money through those accounts, Keisha. Was that not willful lie, Keisha? What will Keisha do is the question. What will Keisha do? We want to know what will Keisha do. And the only way, Juliet, to know what Keisha do, bust the report in a parliament today. Let the cat fight begins, Juliet Holness. Let the cat fight begins. Thank you very much for being here with us on the Global Television Group this morning for your At a Glance program. My researchers out there, 1.5 times, keep on the ears to the ground. As anything drop, if you see them going to parliament today, call me, text me and say, whoa. Keep an eye on them because we don't know if the reporter go bust or them are going to tell we say, because Christoph Tan throw fire in the parliament and burn off him and burn up him Farid and the patch. No scar in him forehead. We can't table the report. But Juliet, the way all you dangle Nigel report before the local government election to save one from getting more slaughter at the election, we're not going to allow enough to do it with this one this time. No, table the goddamn report. We must have that report tabled before Friday. Otherwise, we no walk and tell lie and have something to hide. All right? I mean, I don't like and share the live, you know. But I'm not going to attack on this morning. Come in a good mood, you hear? Me in a good mood this morning, so no get away. That me I tell you no. But anyway, I hope our people in Florida and within Milton's path and zone stay safe, follow the necessary precautions, and all of our families in Florida, Debbie Jervis, Nerissa, Carlos, Marcia, everybody in the Florida belt, make sure all if you do under evacuation, you do the necessary assessment as you go along and make sure that safety is your first and foremost priority. Thank you very much for being here this morning. IRFM is not standing with them on this one. You mean on the integrity issue, Colleen Jones? Let me know on which one you're talking about. What that IRFM is not standing. Come in, not trust IRFM, you know. Cause your IRFM did buckle where they under Matthew Samoda pressure. And sometimes we don't like Mota Baruka talk lean up. It looks like IRFM a style for speech these days. Me don't know. Me just a say. Me don't know. Cause from what they do to Amber, me not pay no attention to them because as an independent broadcaster, I have to take no talk from government. I represent government in a dark, deep hole. You know what I mean? They're not take no talk from government. They're not state broadcaster like JIS and PBCJ. Or they're not government cahoots like Nationwide, CVM, and Adam Stewart organization. They're independent broadcaster and they must have sense of people. Anyway, my people, thank you very much for being here. We will all keep our eyes and ears to the ground to see what, if anything, is going to happen in our parliament from now to Friday. Or are they going to push us to wait until next Tuesday? But no, they have enough time to table the report. Hashtag table the report. Thank you and good morning, good afternoon from the Global Television Group.